let's go to what I mainly want to talk about today, and that's the Kendrick Lamar performance last night in the Super Bowl. Man, he became the first rapper to solo head a Super Bowl in history. I know everybody will do about Dr. Dre. That was a group of niggas, if you don't remember, a couple years ago. But it said A-Rod on and off the roids was better. Okay. I mean, you're not wrong, but Jeter, nigga. Anyway, he said again, you playing musical chairs with your guard and tackles how they lost the Tampa Super Bowl. Yeah, that is true. But Kendrick Lamar performance last night, which I feel like was the only thing worth talking about. Like the game was god awful. The game was over by the time he took the stage. So let's just be 100% real with that. A lot of mixed reviews on this performance yesterday. There is no secret that I am a Kendrick Lamar super fan. I've been a day one guy since I heard the Michael Jordan freestyle 15 years ago. I thought the performance was incredible. It was 100% not what I expected it to be. We had it on Friday where I did my predictions for the set list, and I'm gonna actually pull up my set list to see how many of these songs he actually performed. And I think, oh, here we go. Out of 13 songs I had, he only performed 8 of the 13 I had on this. So actually, he performed most of the songs I said he was going to do.
That's a good percentage.
Yeah, that's a pretty good percentage. I thought the special guest was going to be Janet Jackson. It was not. It was obviously Sam Jackson and Serena Williams. He did not. I thought he was going to give SZA snooze. She didn't do that. I thought we were going to get Mad City and all right, but he obviously said, I did that last time for the Super Bowl. I'm not going to do it again. I thought we'd get Dodger Blue, and I thought we'd get Money Trees or some black hippie representation. We got none of that. I thought it was an amazing performance, man, and this is where I know a lot of people who are not Kendrick fans or somebody who are not as diehard of a Kendrick fan as I am get mad when we get into the super, he's deep type bag, but everything Kendrick does is a purpose to it. There was more of a story. I was at the Kendrick Lamar press conference on Thursday in New Orleans, and he told Nadeska and Ebro that this was going to be a story. He said, I don't really care about the past. I'm focused in the now. And I know a lot of people, and if your complaint is, I wish he did more of his classic songs, I don't think that's a bad complaint to have. I just think when you say a performance is mid because he didn't do what you want, it's like, to me, I treat that complaint like with movies. Because a movie didn't end the way you want it, or a TV show doesn't end the way you want it, you want to discontinue, forget about the storytelling that happened there. It's like people who I hate the Sopranos ending, nigga. I despise it in more words than I can explain. But that doesn't take away 7 seasons of storytelling to me. I thought it was from a performance aspect, the choreography, and he's a rapper. He's not a singer. He's not Beyonce where they dance for a living. Was great. And, to have Sam Jackson there being the Uncle Sam, who he's telling Kendrick everything the niggas are saying on Twitter now. Oh, do your popular songs and don't do that. When also you got to understand he's gearing up for a tour. And that was peak hip hop of saying everything you want me to do, I'm not going to do. And when people were saying he was focusing too much on Drake, I hate that. I hate that too, because be damned if you do, be damned if you don't. If he'd have went up there and didn't do Not Like Us, oh my God, we wouldn't be hearing the end of it right now. He'd be like, oh, he's scared. Why are you not going to do that? He's the only reason he's up there. He gave you Not Like Us. We spent 5 months saying, oh, the NFL isn't going to allow him to do that. The NFL saw Ray Rice knock out his girlfriend on camera and said, we need to see more proof before they suspended this nigga. And y'all thought they cared about words? What are we doing here? So for him to go out there and then teased it throughout, he did the hip hop joints. And for somebody who says, do you need to play the more known songs? I'm gonna give y'all even more behind that. Every song he did has cracked the top 25 of Billboard. By definition, that's a hit. That album has been out 2.5 months. It's not like he put this album out last week and people still don't learn the words. No, these are songs that everybody knows. Luther is currently the number 3 song in the country. That's not just niggas listen to if it's getting to that. TV off. End of the thing with it. You got the squabble ups. The intro was a deep cut for the fans because we know that was on the GNX trailer. but I thought it was phenomenal. I thought it was great. I am even more excited to go to the concert, but it's also something we see with every performance in the Rock Nation era. I think somebody tweeted the reviews from the Usher concert last year, from the Rihanna, from the Beyonce one. That's the thing about Beyonce. I know it's been 12 years since she did the Super Bowl. Niggas was not happy when she did Formation the next day. It wasn't that long ago. I remember people losing it when she did Formation the next day. Well, why are you doing that? Why aren't you doing Single Ladies and da 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 da? So at the end of the day, man, I just want people to appreciate art for what it is. And if you're gonna have a complaint about something, explain why you go. And then I'm not talking about the loser niggas who they're just mad that Drake got bodied and they're gonna do everything they want. I've never seen somebody say they're dragging it. Oh, he's dragging it, because we all know that, this is only the second time he's performed this song. This nigga Drake performed back to back for a year and a half. For a year and a half. It wasn't that long ago that we have amnesia about this. I'd be dragging it. So at the end of the day, Kendrick, whatever you think about him, man, he's an artist, a performer in a different tier. I thought it was amazing. SZA was incredible. The setup was incredible. I love how they had the GNX car out there like it was the Batmobile. The dances was incredible. All the different type of symbolism in there with the different colors of the American flag and the division. It was just great, man. And it also shows you, when he kept saying that I'm not the typical guy that you have for this. I'm going to do the opposite of what you think I would do, man. And let's just say a lot of niggas had their minds made up about it. I seen niggas saying apologize to Lil Wayne. Did you see Lil Wayne performing at WrestleMania, my nigga? Did you see that nigga slurring his words? Did you want that on the Super Bowl stage? Stop it. Enough of that, man. But I enjoyed it. Bang, what did you think about the performance yesterday?
I gotta watch it again. But from my first watch, I loved it. And it was, honestly, it was everything that I thought. Kendrick Lamar wasn't gonna come over there and play all of the hits. No, Kendrick Lamar was gonna go and play the story. He was gonna tell the story of what he wanted to tell. I liked everything about the performances. I like the teasing aspect of it. I wish I would have been there to see how it came off. I knew, I talked to somebody who was there, and they said that inside of the building, it did not come off as well as it did on TV. But that normally happens in arenas and stuff like that, where a big performance does not come off in a way. Chris Canty talked about how the screen at the Superdome had went off. But I loved it. And I agree with you, Scott, which is why I saw too many people debating. And I was like, look, if you are a Kendrick fan and you're going to a non-Kendrick fan, asking them how that halftime show was, you just want to argue. Like, you just bored and you want to argue. They're not going to like that shit. Just like you can't go to a Kendrick fan and be like, what you think about it? And they say, yo, it's good. And then you like, man, you tripping. Like, no. But I also believe that we're in a world that everybody wants to have an opinion before the things happen. We live in a world that everybody just has something to say. And you live in a world that people just like to be anti. Not saying that you have to like the performance, but it's easier for you to be anti-Kendrick instead of you saying, hey, this is why I didn't like the performance, and here's why. I liked it, though. He did his thing. I wish I would have saw some of the surprises that we talked about. It was funny that DJ Academics leaked it, and he leaked it for specific reasons. So the hate is still left from Drake's side. Yeah, but no, I like the performance, and I'm actually going to watch it again a little bit later.
Courtney, what you think about? No, it wasn't Taylor Swift, but what did you think about the performance?
That's great. First off, why are we pitting two bad bitches against each other? That's crazy. That's crazy.
Hey.
Why? What's wrong?
I said, hey, that's a good. I'll take the motherfucker back now, Courtney.
I remember when you sent that text in the chat when that album first came out, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna go give this a listen. And to this day, it's probably my most frequently listened to album. I was listening to that shit in the airport. So I personally was thrilled with the halftime show. I was like, wow, is this what I have to look forward to when I see him in concert in a few months? Because I'm even more geeked. I thought it was fantastic. And respectfully, if you didn't enjoy it, then it probably wasn't for you to begin with. And that's okay. You know, you're not going to see me complaining at a Pearl Jam concert. You know, if it's not for you, it's not for you. It's simply entertainment. That's okay if you don't like something. I thought it was sensational.
So cool.
Triple double hat trick, I know the code too. Ice trade, go for trade, yeah we cold too. Getting paper on these player haters, old news. Money on the other line, so I'm not gonna hold you. Money on the other line, so I'm not gonna hold you. Money on the other line, so I'm not gonna hold you. Money on the other line, so I'm not